this is Queen of Vibes. I'm here to bring you intuitive messages of insight and healing through my tarot readings. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. It may resonate, only partly resonate, or may not resonate at all. You may want to watch your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign for even more insight. If you're feeling the vibes, be sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you. Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to your August 2019 love reading. All right, this is for everyone. I haven't done a relationship reading yet. I didn't do one last month either. If I get to that, I will do that. All right, I was on vacation last month, so that's why I attempted to do readings, but the weather and the mosquitoes were just not having it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into August and see what's up for you guys, okay? And I've been saying to everybody, I feel like Cancer season was a private time for a lot of people. Maybe you just didn't want your, your love business out there on Front Street. Who knows? So we'll see what's going on, okay? What's going on with your love lives right now, okay? So the first card is going to represent your current energy, okay? And again, this is for my couples and my singles, all right? All right, come on, give me a card for Scorpio. I know they're secretive, but they want to know about their love lives. One card to represent Scorpio's current energy. Okay, guys. Ooh. And we've got the Eight of Cups. Also not doing reversals this month, all right? I didn't do them last month, and I'm going to continue with that. All right, so we've got the Eight of Cups. So for some of you, this represents leaving in a situation that you're not emotionally satisfied with, or someone's, walking away from you. Others of you, it's just about recognizing that you're in an emotional situation, and whether you can leave or not, you would like to leave. Your challenge is the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So your challenge is to find some stability. Your challenge is that you're not emotionally satisfied, but you would like something that has stability, longevity, and potential, okay? You want a mixture of passion and emotions. You want a mixture of emotions and stability and loyalty and commitment, So some of you, there's a new beginning for you. There's someone that you feel like you can have this new beginning with once you walk away from this particular situation or this mindset or whatever it is that's causing you to be emotionally unsatisfied. Some of you have been feeling like this for a while. You've been wanting to move away from a situation for a while. All right, for some of you, there was something that was a catalyst for this change, okay? This is energy from the past, by the way. This is current. This is your challenge. So in the past, there was something that, had you moving away or transitioning. And so now I feel like you fully transitioned to where you feel like, okay, you know what? This may not be it for me, or I'm definitely not happy with how things are right now. So funny, I can never tell if my music is too loud until the video plays back, and by then it's too late. So if you guys can hear it, I hope you enjoy it. There's a lot of people who don't. I'm sorry, I play music during my readings, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull a card for the energy of the person that you're dealing with or the person coming towards you. Okay, one card for the energy of the person that Scorpio is dealing with or coming towards them. A few cards trying to fly out, but we only need one. And we've got the Magician. So some of you are dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini. Some of you are dealing with someone who is trying to either manifest something with you or just someone who is very skillful at getting what they want, always manipulating situations to what they want. All right, so the next card is going to represent what it is that you want, Scorpio. So there's a breaking up on the horizon for someone. We've got the Hermit card representing Virgo again, but some of you, this represents isolation. This represents taking a break, to find yourself, to focus on yourself, to, you know, check in with your inner spirit guide, see what it is. It's almost like clarifying what you want. You're trying to figure out what it is that you really want. Whether it's out of this situation or out of relationships in general. Motivating you, we've got the Justice card. So, the right thing, being vindicated. For some of you, this is a marriage, okay? For some of you, this is really just about, if you are married, this is what's motivating you, whether this is a happy marriage or an unhappy marriage. For those of you who are not married, again, this is about things being fair, things being balanced, but also with this Justice card, it's cutting off whatever isn't fair, whatever isn't right. All right, cutting it out, cutting off the weakest link almost. Whatever it is that's pulling you down. All right. So when I pull the clarifiers, we'll get a little bit more information. Next card. Oops, too many cards. 2 cards, 3 cards. 4 cards. The next card is going to represent your advice for this reading. All right, what is the advice for Scorpio for this reading? What is the advice for Scorpio? One card for the advice for Scorpio. Do I have to pick a card? The World card. I think this is about seeing the bigger picture, Scorpio, putting an end to a chapter that needs to come to an end so that new things can come in for you. All right? Let's go ahead and let's get into this external factor. All right? Things outside of you, or maybe, the person that you're dealing with, things that they're experiencing. So one card for the external factor, and we've got this Knight of Wands, okay? So for some of you, you're dealing with someone that might come in and out of your life, and you're dealing with someone who might be very passionate. You may have great sexual chemistry with this person, but not great consistency, not great commitment. For others of you, if this is a new situation, this person is coming at you passionately because they're ready to conquer you. Okay, Scorpio? So let's go ahead and get a card for the outcome of this reading. What's the possible outcome for Scorpio? 6 of Cups. So for some of you, this is someone from your past, or someone from your past may be coming back. Others of you, this could be a soulmate connection. Others of you are being very sentimental, very nostalgic. And for others, this is about children, okay? So for some of you, this is a marriage. There are children involved, and everything that you're doing is because you're taking your children into consideration, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify this spread so far, because it's like I'm getting this 50-50. You want to leave a situation because you're just not emotionally fulfilled. It's been a disappointing ride, a lot of disappointments. Okay, overwhelmingly disappointing, overwhelmingly emotional. Justice, okay? And you want something more grounded. You want something more stable. You want something more satisfying. And that's a challenge. Your challenge is to get there, because I feel like you're really going to try to get there within this particular situation, especially for those of you who do have a long-term commitment and children involved. But I think somehow that this person just is not, 7 of Cups. You realize that may be an illusion, or that may be a daydream, or that this person may be, it's just not as reliable. You just can't count on them. I think you kind of know that, Scorpio. Especially if you're dealing with a fire sign. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries, or, any other fire sign. For some of you in the past, you either moved away from a situation from someone that you loved, okay? Or you try to move, like basically you move towards this person because you love them, all right? So you made a move to come towards someone. We've got the Hierophant and the Magician again. So yeah, some of you may have a marriage to a Scorpio. All right. And so some of you made that move to come towards them, but now you know, justice for you may be walking away from the situation. Queen of Cups. Just because there's no love here. Not the kind of love that you want, Scorpio. Okay. Not the kind of commitment that you want. Okay. So let's go ahead and clarify this internal factor. Let's clarify this internal factor, which is also external for you because it's your current situation. It's on your mind heavily. All right, consciously, subconsciously. Queen of Wands. Okay, again, some of you may be dealing with this fire sign. Again, could be an Aries. If it is not an Aries, I think this is about you being confident enough to make this decision finally. Maybe before you didn't quite have the confidence you needed to make the decision about where, you know, or to really face the fact that the situation may not be it for you. And this is a final judgment for some of you on this person. You see where this person is inconsistent. You see where this person is passionate about you, but they're just never there when they're supposed to be there. They never do what they're supposed to do, or they don't follow through. They say they're going to do something and they don't do it. You know, it may be all lip service. All right. For my singles, because I know you're like, okay, what is this? For my singles, I think that you're making a decision to be happy. I think you're making a decision to be happy. I think you have a choice to make because you do have multiple people coming towards you. Okay, for some of you, you've got a Virgo and you've got a Taurus, and possibly, like I said, this Knight of Wands. All right, coming at you hot and heavy. And another Scorpio, okay? But the one that I think that you want is the one that you have either a long-term connection, like a connection from the past, someone that you might have known from childhood. And, you know, you may have children. Again, some of you may have children. Some of you may want children. Let's go ahead and clarify this Six of Cups. Let me get one last card to clarify the Six of Cups for Scorpio. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So, you guys, some of you are going to make it work or going to try to make it work with someone who you have children with or someone that you knew in the past, okay? So let's just take this step by step now. All right, your current situation, you've got the Eight of Cups and Justice. For some of you, this is just clarifying that it is someone you have children with that you may be even walking away from. Because for you, making it work is not just about the relationship. The best thing for the kids sometimes is walking away, especially if they're seeing very negative situations and scenarios play out, okay? So when I say everything that you're doing is for the children, that doesn't mean that you're staying. Anything that you're doing, whether you're staying or you're leaving, you're doing what's right for your children, okay? For those of you who that resonates with. For others of you, you're wanting to make it work on someone because you have this soulmate connection or some connection where you've known this person for a long time, you know, maybe from your childhood, teenagers, whatever the case may be. But right now, you're not emotionally satisfied with the situation, okay? Some of you are contemplating walking away. Some of you are contemplating walking away from your marriage. Some of you are not satisfied because things are just not fair, all right? And your challenge is that you've been disillusioned. You could be disillusioned by someone who's offering you, you know, or even, you know, if this is a marriage, someone who's supposed to be providing for you, someone who's supposed to be, you know, stable with you, the stable partner, but you're realizing that it's all smoke and mirrors, it's all lies, okay? And that's your challenge right now, is that you're realizing where you really stand. For some of you, like I said, it's an option. You have the Magician here, you know, with their illusions. And then you do have the Hierophant, who is probably offering you something a little bit more stable. For some of you, you may be dealing with two people. One person who cannot be in a relationship with you because they're already in a relationship somewhere else, and someone who really badly wants to be in a relationship with you. Okay, could be another Scorpio, could be a fire sign. So there's multiple signs here. So let's go ahead and move on to what it is that you want, okay? And again, some of you, you want this Virgo because you have a very deep emotional connection to the Virgo, okay? But for others of you, this is just about you really taking that time to focus on what it is that you really want. Is the situation right for me? Is the situation salvageable? If you're single, it's about really determining what kind of relationship you want to be in. If you have choices, who the choice is, okay? For some of you, the choice is a water sign. So if you do have a Scorpio in your external factors, you may be considering this other Scorpio. But if not, again, this is about you becoming more emotionally balanced and attracting or wanting a relationship that's more emotionally balanced, okay? Because justice is in your motivating factor. Justice is everything you do is about getting things on the right page, being fair, making sure that you're getting what you want out of your relationship or any relationship going forward if you are single. If you are in a relationship, you're confident now and you're more secure. You understand who you are, what you want. You've taken that time, right? Or you're taking that time to really focus on who you are and what you want. And so it's becoming clearer to you, what's real, what's fake, okay? And so some of you are really realizing that this person that you love or this person that you've been with or this person that has supposed to have been providing for you or, the person that you're married to is inconsistent, unreliable, not untrustworthy, lying to you, whatever the case may be. For those of you, you have a choice also. There may be someone else that's offering you something a little bit more solid. All right? Someone, it's like a total, not opposite in character, but the Hierophant and the Magician go about things in totally different ways. I feel like the Hierophant is more straightforward. They're more open and honest and true about who they are, where the Magician always keeps something back. The Magician, you're never going to know exactly who the Magician is. They don't want you to. They love the element of surprise. They love being able to feel like they are the ones that are navigating things and making things happen, and that they are controlling the situation or in control of situations. Again, a Magician could be Gemini. So you could have, a choice between those people. And for you, the choice is simple. The choice is the person that makes you feel good. The choice is the person who makes you smile. The choice is the person who, lights you up, makes you passionate. So for some of you, this is going to equate to you putting an end to a cycle with this World card. For some of you, this is about recognizing that you have way more options. You have more out there available to you. This one person isn't your only source of love and happiness. Maybe at one point you thought this was your everything with this Ace of Cups in the past position, but now you're realizing that you may have had a big cup of love for this person, but the cups that this person returned to you were either unfull or full of shit, okay? And so now it's about time. If you're even going to make this relationship work, it would have to change. You would have to do things differently going forward. So this justice could be about putting an end to the nonsense, putting an end to anything that's unfair, putting an end to chaos, putting an end to anything that doesn't serve this relationship. For my singles, I think this is about realizing you do have a whole world of opportunities, and you're entering into a new chapter because you're closing out a chapter of disappointing relationships. You're closing out a chapter of, again, going from relationship to relationship and being disappointed because this person isn't who you thought they were. So now your challenge is to find something that's stable versus the illusions, okay, and the daydreams and the false starts. That's where you're at right now. All right. So in the external factor, you guys may have another Scorpio coming at you very hot, very heavy. All right. Externally, though, again, I feel like this is you recognizing how inconsistent someone is, okay? Yeah, there's sexual chemistry here. Yeah, they say all the right things, but where are they when they say they're supposed to be there, okay? And you're making a judgment call because based off of this personality trait, based off of the things that you've seen, based off of the fact that you see that this person isn't consistent. All right. And so again, here we are with the Six of Cups, where, some of you will make it work or will try to work on it with this Eight of Pentacles because of a child or children. But others of you focusing on your children. You're like, I don't have time for the bullshit. I don't have time for nonsense. My children are the most important things to me, okay, or my emotional well-being, me feeling like this, like to you, feeling nostalgia, feeling, whether there's a relationship that you had in the past that you always think about fondly, or someone you always think about fondly, whether that person's coming back, but you want to maintain feeling that way. You want to maintain a level of happiness. You want to be open to meet your soulmate, or to meet someone that you feel like is the right person for you. And so that is your focus, okay? And so for some of you, yeah, you are going to move away from someone because you realize they're just not consistent and they never do what they say they're going to do, okay? For some of you, I feel like this person has made a judgment. All right, and maybe that's why you're unhappy for some of you, because this other person has decided that they would like to be somewhere else. All right, so that's also a possibility. And some of you are very upset because you're like, we have children and can't we make it work for the children? And this other person, I think that it's like 50-50. You have someone who's staying with you because you guys have the children and that's all. And you want it to be love, but that's not what it is for them. It may be passion. They may be passionate. I think they have a physical connection. So let's go ahead and see what the romance angels have to say about this for my Scorpios. What do the romance angels have to say for Scorpio? Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life now. Right. So, for those of you, again, I know it's sounding redundant, but if you've been in a relationship, you do have children. For some of you, it's going to be hard work for you to be single if you've been in a relationship where someone else has been providing. All right. So that challenge of the Ace of Pentacles is that you're going to have to figure out how to stand on your own 2 feet. For those of you who are walking away from a relationship that you've been in for a while, and now you're going to have to provide for yourself. All right, let's see. What else do the romance angels have to say for Scorpio? Ooh. All right, for some of you, yes, this is your soulmate, okay? So that Six of Cups is about you wanting to work on something because you feel like this person is your soulmate. And healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, all right? At the bottom of the deck, we have getting to know each other, all right? As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So some of you are meeting someone new, but there are some things that you really need to work on and heal from the past. These Eight of Cups, which for some of you are financial issues. For others of you are, issues. For some of you, it's about your parents' relationship. Maybe that's what the Six of Cups is. For some of you, it's about trying to make it work because you feel like your parents did, all right, or your parents are encouraging you to make something work because it's traditional, it's the right thing to do. Maybe this Hierophant, this Virgo energy is the Hierophant. They're the same person, they're the same thing because it's the right thing to do. Everything is about, we're going to do this because it's the right thing to do. It's not necessarily about the love. So I feel like the Seven of Cups is here. Like, don't fool yourself to think that anything that is being done by this other person is about the love. It's about their obligations, their responsibilities, and what the right thing to do is. Okay, and so for this union, healing family issues, yes, you may have family issues, especially if you're with someone who is, out there doing their own thing. Okay, because even though they may physically be in the relationship, mentally and sexually they're somewhere else, or vice versa. Or you have someone that's really, attractive to you on the outside, but again, is it the right thing to do? And this Justice card is here twice. We've got the Eight of Pentacles about working on it. So a big portion of everything that's happening for you right now, Scorpio, is about what's the right thing versus what isn't the right thing. Okay? So that has been your reading. If you would like something more personalized, you can go ahead and contact me. I do personal readings. Sometimes the energies get really scattered depending on how many different people are watching it. You've got singles, couples, married. So I feel like this month I might even do the relationship reading just to narrow down some things, okay? For my singles, I feel like you are like having a lot of options right now. You just have to decide where your heart is. All right. For some of you, once you take that time out, you're going to get who it is that you want, but you've got to separate. You've got to, when you have this many options, sometimes, it's a little difficult to separate the real from the fake. So watch a person's actions. All right. I feel like that's the external factor. The person's actions will tell you exactly who they are. So, if they're inconsistent, then that's all that is. It is what it is. All right, so I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here with me. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Scorpio.